Hey guys, what's going on? Adam Snyder here with the Homemade Entrepreneur. And so today I want to talk to you guys about how you can make great money with Merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon is a great platform for you to make money. All you need to do is put up some simple designs, do some keywords, pick your price, and that's pretty much it. But there are some things you need to understand, and I want to show you what those are right now. The first thing, design matters more than you think. What most people don't understand is people see the design before they see the keywords. Now think about this. Have you ever picked something on Amazon or eBay or anywhere and bought it because it was the first thing on the search? It came at the top of the list because whatever keywords you typed in, that's what popped up. No, you look at the picture, you look to see maybe there's reviews, you look and see the description on the product. You read all that stuff because that does matter. But the first thing you look at is the picture. Is the picture what you want? If it isn't, you keep going. That is why design matters. Nobody buys a shirt because they like the quality of the product, in the very beginning. They look at the design, they look at what it looks like. Is it gonna, benefit them? Is it what they want? If it is, they will click through and actually look at the product listing page. If they don't like it, why would they ever go and look to see what the product is all about? Okay, they don't care how good the quality is, how many reviews it is, or it has. If the design on the shirt is not what they want, they're not going to buy it. Okay, one more thing. A simple design equals success. Don't put 15 different colors. Don't make it so elaborate that Amazon's going to have a tough time actually printing it on a shirt. Chances are the colors will actually start to come together and you will not know what it is. It'll be way too jumbled. Make it very simple. How many keywords is enough? So in my opinion, I like to use 8 keywords per 100 words. So let's say my keyword is, how many keywords is enough? That would be, that would be technically what, 5 words? So that would be 5 words out of my 100. Okay, no big deal. So I like to use 8 keywords for every 100 words. And I like to use 400 words in a description. Now, when you're doing a description right here, when you're doing a description, what you need to keep in mind is that you want to write in sentences. You don't want to just create a list of all your keywords. I like to write things, so let's say my keyword is how many keywords is enough. If that's my keyword, I would write, how many keywords is enough. Many people think, 1 keyword, per listing is enough. In my opinion, 1 keyword is not enough. 1 keyword per 100 words, 15 words, that would be an adequate number. And I just keep going on and on. I talk about, different things, talk about the shirt, talk about, why I recommend the shirt, all that stuff, and really sell it to the person. The bullet points that you get, the 2 bullet points, I'd recommend using your 2 main keywords. So, how many keywords is enough? How many keywords should I use? Different things like that. And just make sure your 2 main keywords are the ones inside the bullet points, and also put them inside that 400-word description. And you don't have to put in the title. Usually I do the main keyword in the title, but I make it so somebody actually wants to click on it. I don't make it look like I'm just stuffing keywords into the title, because some people don't like that. Do I need to promote? Now, in my opinion, you should promote your certain shirts. And this is really up in the air because you don't have to promote shirts to get sales. In the very beginning, I'd recommend you promote, some of your shirts. You'd promote, some of your, different designs. So, for example, myself, I actually will name my the creator of the shirt, the author, whatever, whoever did it. I don't remember what you call them, but or the brand, whatever, brand name. For that, I would actually create that under a certain brand. So let's say I'm doing, stuff on, let's say I'm doing presidential stuff, Hillary, Donald Trump, all that great stuff. So if I'm doing more presidential shirts, I would say, Adam Snyder Presidential or something, I'm just giving you an example. That would be a horrible name, but for a brand, but it's just an example. whatever it is presidential, and for all my presidential shirts I would put them under that brand. So when I do that, I can promote my brand to different Facebook groups. I could do it on Pinterest and I can do it on Instagram. The reason I recommend Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram is because on Instagram you can take a little picture of all your different shirts. You can have people sharing those. You can have people liking all your stuff. You can do all that great stuff. Pinterest is huge, especially for something that is image based. Pinterest is gonna be one of your best friends. As far as Facebook groups, what I recommend is find a Facebook group that, let's say I'm talking about presidential elections, all the debates, all that stuff, the voting coming up, or depending on when you watch this, maybe the voting already passed, but let's say I'm gonna do that. I would actually go to a Facebook group that's talking about the different presidents. Maybe one is pro Donald Trump, so I'm gonna go do a pro Donald Trump shirt, or I do one against Hillary Clinton. Now, what you need to understand, I would not. This is just an example. I would not do presidential shirts only and with their names on it and their faces and all that stuff, because chances are they will get pulled down. Now, if it was more general election type stuff, that might be a different story. Now, I'd price it to sell. So what you're doing is you're pricing your shirts to sell. You're not pricing it at $19.99. You're doing it more at like $13.99, barely making any money on it. You're still making a little bit, but the nice thing is you're getting your shirts in front of people. The more times you get those shirts in front of people, and the more shirts they see you in, or they see from you inside the Facebook groups, on Pinterest, on Instagram, chances are you'll build a huge following, and that is how you can build from very small sales to a few hundred sales a week or a couple thousand sales a week. So just keep that in mind. Now, how to make your first $1,000. This is something that I'm asked all the time. Now, when I first got started, the one thing that I knew I did not want to do, I did not want to stick to this 25 design tier. So how do you get out of the 25 design tier? The first thing you have to do is you have to sell 25 shirts. It doesn't have to be 25 different designs. It can be, maybe you have 25 designs up, but only one sells, and it sells 25. Then that will unlock the next tier. That will unlock the 100 designs. So with that in mind, if you are at this 25 design tier, what I recommend is you just buy all 25. You make, a couple, let's say you make 5 shirts that you really like, or that your family would like, or whatever, and you just buy a bunch of them. You buy 25 total shirts. Okay, once they are shipped, they will be credited to your account, and at that point you can actually move up. You can create the next 75 designs, because now you'll be at 100 designs, not 25. That is the biggest thing I can recommend, is just pay yourself and just get out of that 25 design tier, because that's what's holding most people back. Once you get to 100, you really start to see things take off, and then obviously 500, 1,000 just keeps on going. So the more designs you can make, the more money you're going to be able to make. And I recommend creating new designs daily. I don't care if you are at 100 designs and you don't want to pay obviously to get to the next level. That's understandable. That's obviously a bigger financial commitment than buying 25. But just understand, if you are already there and you are not seeing the amount of sales, I'd create new designs and do it daily. I try to at least do 5 to 10 different designs every single day, even if I don't put them online, only because if there's one design that's not selling well, let's say all these designs right here are selling really well, but I have this little section over here that's not doing well. What I would do is I'll delete these. Okay, I'm constantly improving and deleting bad selling designs, because I will either improve, I will change the keywords, I will maybe modify the design a little bit, and I will do all that and put it back up. If I still see it's not selling, I'll just delete that whole thing and move on. What you need to understand is that when you get to 100 designs, and or let's say even 25, whatever, and you are stuck there, keep creating designs, because you never know. Maybe one design is not going to sell very well, so delete it and put up one of the new ones that you have just sitting there. Okay, and the last tip that I have for you is to create a shirt for a cause. This is something that I actually did recently. Created a shirt for a school function. The school function, well, it wasn't nothing big, and I actually priced the shirts at $11.99, so I was making $1 something Not much, but I was making like $1 something, $1.25 or whatever. And all I did was I created a little sheet for the school, and they actually passed it out, and I ended up selling 83 shirts. It was the exact same shirt. I only offered it in one color. It was school colors. Offered it in the school colors, and the kids and the parents and whatever family got to pick their sizes, and that was it. I gave it to the school, let them see what I was doing, and and in the end I just donated all the money to the school. But if you want to make a lot of money, just create a shirt for a cause, explaining, let's say it's for Habitat for Humanity, for some family, for whatever, I don't know. Just create a shirt for a cause, and actually promote that shirt. Promote the shirt to the people that support that cause. Promote that shirt and that design to people that are, maybe they don't support the cause yet because they don't know about it, but it's a good way to get the word out, and it's something that I'm pretty passionate about, helping others and in any way I can. So create a shirt for a cause. Like I said, mine only sold 83 shirts, whatever, that one design. But if I was at the let's say I was stuck at the 100 design tier and I couldn't get out of it, creating a shirt for a cause is one way to quickly get out of it, because you can create a shirt for multiple different causes. Send an email to these, the people running the foundations or whatever it is, and just let them know you have the shirt. You are going to donate 100% of the profits to it, and as soon as you get your money, you send a check over, and they love it. You're getting out of the 100 design tier or the 500 or 1,000, wherever you're at, and they're making a little bit of money. So it's kind of a win-win for both of you guys. So that is really all I have for you guys. I'm going to start doing some more videos on Merch by Amazon, only because I'm seeing my income grow very steadily. Obviously, I'm putting in more and more work as my business is growing, as Merch by Amazon is getting bigger, as there's more competition. But at the same time, even though I'm putting in more work, my income is still growing. So that's the key. As long as it's growing, I'm still continue to put in the time and effort into this business. And with that, I want to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and kind of how I'm making the money that I am. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. You can comment below, or you can go like my page over on Facebook and message me there. It's facebook.com/homemade entrepreneur. So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, click the button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.